Uh-oh. There's one real estate analyst who says the housing market looks a lot like it did in 2008. Ouch. At least for home builders, that is.
Liberation Day is an apt name for Donald Trump's policy to impose massive new tariffs across the world.
Do you agree that history moves in circles? Today, we may be crossing a red line where the Great Depression could strike back. Let's study the past to see what can happen in the future with New York City real estate. October 29, 1929, known as Black Tuesday, was the day the stock market crashed, marking the beginning of the Great Depression. President Herbert Hoover, on June 17, 1930, raised tariffs on thousands of imported goods, sparking retaliatory tariffs from other countries. This didn't cause the Great Depression, but it definitely made it worse. What happened to New York real estate during the Great Depression? As the biggest city in America, New York was hit harder. It all started on Wall Street, where the New York Stock Exchange crashed. This led to massive unemployment, reaching 25%. People took any job they could find, often for much less pay, just to survive. Paying rent became almost impossible, and families started sharing one-bedroom apartments with others to save money. Be aware, back then, most people in New York didn't buy apartments. They rented. Buying an apartment didn't become popular until after World War II. Buildings were owned by landlords who built them to collect rent, not to sell. And today, we see the same thing. Contractors are building new, taller buildings, and they're all rentals. Is that just a coincidence? Or is history repeating itself? At that time, mortgages were risky and not very popular. People with good income often bought homes with cash because most mortgages were short-term, usually just 5 years, with large payments at the end. When the Depression hit, many couldn't pay. Thousands lost their homes. Hundreds of buildings went into foreclosure, not because the owners failed, but because tenants stopped paying rent. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? By that time, Prohibition was coming to an end, but it had already given significant power to criminal groups. In troubled buildings, some landlords turned to those connections to help collect rent. It was a tough time, and people did whatever they had to do to survive. This is our history, and we need to learn from it. The Great Depression lasted nearly 10 years and led to World War II. But after all the mistakes and hardships, a new era began. The Golden Age of America. In this video, I don't want to believe we're at the start of another historical cycle. I believe people are smarter now, and we can avoid the bumpy road. So let's keep building, creating, and doing what we do best. And when the time comes for you to buy or sell real estate in New York City, call me. I always have a smart solution for you. And as always, I wish you 10 years of good luck. Because I see you subscribed and hit that like button. Your real estate agent, Vitaly Sokolov.